Hello and welcome back to Frostpunk. In our last episode, we got the final quests for the game, including gathering enough food and researching a couple of things to deal with the cold, bringing back all of our scouts and outpost teams, of which we brought back the outpost team probably a little prematurely, but better safe than sorry, and we needed to find a bunch of survivors, which we did. They were at 3 of these camps here. So now we're trying to get these last few sites before the storm catches up. And the storm hasn't gotten to any of our sites within range yet, but it's getting close. So we're going to proceed and hopefully get that covered. We have a few more storages here for whatever we need. I think it's going to mostly be coal. Food rations, we have plenty of space for the 3672 that we need. I may or may not do another storage for food just for fun, but we can do that as it's needed. Let's see. We also picked up most of the wood last time from the sawmills. There's just a little bit left here and a bit more left over there, but everything else is gotten. So pretty soon we're going to have to do the wall drill to deal with the sawmill, to deal with wood income. Let's unpause. The other thing we're doing right now is we're doing the house redesign research, which makes houses specifically cheaper to build. And then I'm not sure what to do next. We're not doing... Close that thing. We're not doing anything with houses, of course. We talked about that. But I do eventually want to do both of these. We're not doing anything with charcoal kilns, but the wall drill's not a bad soon option. As well as the steam coal thumper, and then eventually these two down here. The wall drill, I don't know if I'll get all the way down to the end or not. This one will eventually need to happen, probably, most likely. We're pretty much done with scouts, so we're going to leave that alone. And of course, we're going to leave the factory alone. And then here we just have the 2 that are needed for the research, and then maybe a couple more. Our scouts are carrying the generator safety bypass research with them right now. So that is done. That is this one down here, so we won't have to do that one when it comes time. So I've unpaused, and we are proceeding now in the work... we're in the workday. We are at minus 70 degrees, which is a little bit rough on the bunkhouses. So we're having to deal with quite a bit of sick people. But it's going to get warmer again tomorrow for 1, 2, 3 days. And then the fun begins. It's going to go back down to minus 70. I mean, it's only go up to minus 60 and then back down to minus 70. So it's not a huge change, but it's enough, I think. Alright, and it is quitting time. So let's go in here to explore Camp Compass. The people living in this camp are packed and ready to go. All the tents are empty. They're leaving almost nothing behind. Let's explore that and see new priorities. A small group of scientists is finishing the loading of their supplies. They work efficiently but in silence, looking somewhat dejected. We're mostly helping with the evacuations now, one of them tells us. We used to study the Earth's magnetic field, but there are more important things to worry about now, like survival. We gained Fortified Hut and ice caves, and we're going to escort 18 scientists/engineers to our city. So we'll need housing for them. What do we have for housing? 71 vacant beds. That'll bring us down to just over 50. Once this research is done tomorrow, they'll be back pretty soon, so we won't be able to take advantage of those 71 beds for very long. Alright. And the scouts have reached Nansens Storm Watch. This sturdy building could withstand a severe Arctic winter. It's crammed with sophisticated scientific equipment, yet the camp seems abandoned. Nansen's warning. We found a note left by Nansen and his co-workers. The expected cold is hard to predict. It'll be way below any temperature ever recorded on Earth. Gale Force 10 as the jet stream seems to abate on descent. Afterwards, the climate shall start improving slowly. We're moving toward this apocalyptic storm to confirm our predictions. Farewell, and may God protect you. So we'll get another useful technology. So let's take that, and let's send them on to the Fortified Hut. So the storm has started to reach some of our furthest out points of interest there. We'll proceed to the Fortified Hut. And now we are carrying also Advanced Coal Mine, which is really nice to get for free. So I need to not research that one when the time comes. Let's unpause. Actually, let's check. Those are good. Not that one, sorry. This one. And we don't want that one. So we're going to get these two popping very soon. So I'm going to maybe keep this open. At least reasonably so. Because if they pop, as they just did, then I can trigger them. And we will get an evening prayer and a sermon very soon, which will help with our hope situation, of course. At least I think they both help with hope. Yeah. Hope will rise slightly with both, and discontent will fall slightly with the one. Now we have people getting sick because of the cold. Hungry mother, sir, a woman has come to plead with you. She wants more food rations, but the cooks say she's already received her allowance. I beg you, Captain, the woman says in a trembling voice. Your men mean well, but they must have made a mistake. I need 2 rations, one for me and one for my sick child, please. So we can give her 2 food rations, which will cause discontent to rise, or we cannot bend the rules, which will cause hope to fall slightly. Well, we can afford the food, and we can afford a little bit of discontent. Not that we'll get any out of this, no noticeable at least. So we're going to go ahead and take care of that for her. And we'll zip through time again into the 5 a.m. Wind down there, and then we can zip into the workday. Alright, the cooks are cooking. And the heat has risen. Let's switch into the heat overlay, temperature overlay, and let's see if we can take a cooldown or not. I think no. I think we'll leave it on. Food theft causes riots. Sir, we investigated the discrepancies between the raw food use and the output of the cookhouses. It turns out that the cooks are stealing food. People are furious. We caught 2 thieves. They say they wanted to secure their families before the storm shuts down the food supply. We could banish them, but then we'll lose 2 people. We could ask the faith keepers to supervise the cooks, which has no apparent effect on either stat, discontent, or hope, or we cannot address that now, which means the discontent will rise considerably, and cooks will keep stealing food. I think we'll take the no apparent effect option here, and hope that it has actually no effect. Here come our folks back here. Hunters, that's what they're called. There we go. Good job, Wally. And our science is about done here. Yep, house redesign complete. I think given the position we're at with the steam wall drill, or the wall drill rather, that we might want to go ahead and do that research now, so that we have the ability to do it later. And then I want to be able to start building some houses ASAP. So let's select the house, and we're just going to build, we can build 7 of them for the next 2 hours and 18 minutes. We're going to go ahead and do that now. And that takes us down to 1 vacant bed. We could potentially put some more out in some places out here. Let's actually see if we can do that. That one is available. This one is not, because it doesn't have a house of prayer associated with it. But that one is available, so we could do that one. This one is not. That one is not, and then this sawmill's in the way for anything else. So I think that might be the last of the places we have available to us. Nothing there. Yeah, that one needs a... That one does too. They both need a fighting arena. This one, though, would work. No, there's no heat there. This one, no. We could do some over here, though. also, this one here does not have heat. Let's see if I can figure out where this one might be positioned. 1, 2, 3, 4 there. One here. One here. So maybe right there is where it should be. And then we can't do that one. Let's, bring this road up here. Okay, and we'll restart again, and hopefully we can get some of these built with the 195 people who are currently unemployed. Scouts have reached the Fortified Hut. The fence that surrounds the Arctic hut has been destroyed, shattered as if a pack of wild animals went through it. An ill-fated project. Scientists who built this station designed it to withstand the Arctic climate, but they clearly underestimated the fierce Arctic fauna. The doors and windows have been bashed in by heavy blows, letting inside the cold and snow. Scientific and life support equipment froze and burst, dooming the base and its inhabitants. We'll take another useful technology there, and we can proceed on to the ice caves with the storm kind of chasing us along here. Okay, let's see. Unpause. These guys are just about back with those engineers, and we have not built any of these houses yet. Of course not. There they go. Scouts have returned to the city. Now, I wonder if this is... Oopsie. If this is the last... Oh, we have one at Camp Meteor over here. Okay, good. It's not the last one yet. Let's go to Snow Burrows and see what's there. Or use that as a waypoint to get to Camp Meteor. We have those 17 people who are missing housing. Now we should be able to deal with them. There they go. Okay, so now we have... nope, not what I wanted. We still have 73 spaces left, so we can still build 7 houses, which is awesome. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we'll just build houses as much as we can, 7 at a time. Wall drill researched. So let's build now. Maybe this one. Done there. Not going to do those just yet. I think actually what I want to do next is the 5th tier here, because we need to open that up for the final research we need here, and we need to have those done in 4 days. So I think it's best to have that available and get that quest done as soon as we can. Let's go ahead and build a wall drill here. There are 2 spots where we can build them. And I don't really mind which one we do. Let's go ahead and do this one. And then we'll build a road out here somehow. Maybe I'll just come straight out from here. 1, 2... actually, let's see. Where would this house go if I put one here? I thought so. The spacing is wonky. Let's actually then go from here and into there. I think that's better. That way it doesn't mess with the spacing, because once this sawmill is done with its job, then we have to, we can dismantle it, and then we can potentially put more houses in if we would like to. We'll get that built as soon as we can. I'm going to go ahead and wait till all 7 houses are done, and then pause and build 7 more, instead of trying to do a few at a time. I think it's easier on me, and this one just finished with its work, so we can dismantle that tonight. That's great. Okay, so heat on, workers in, and we'll just go ahead and let that start working. We probably don't need more than 1, and we may not even need the 1, but I think it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. 5 more wood left there. They'll be done in no time, and this one will be done in 13.7 hours. These gather at 10 per hour. So that'll be more than 1 day. Scouts have reached the ice caves. Numerous frozen bodies lie on the cave floor. They must have run out of fuel for their stoves. Flummoxing flux. By the dead bodies we have found many excuse me, jeez, they need a comma here. By the dead bodies we have found many crates filled with papers. A testimony of the extensive research dedicated to fluctuations of the Earth's magnetic field. It's too heavy to understand by our scouts and too heavy to bring into the city. Carry on, there's nothing to do here. Okay, so I think I want to head this way. Possibly probably that way. Because there might be more out here after Camp Meteor. So let's do that and be safe. And we can always detour if we need to from there. Anything to do tonight? No. Wrong button again. And almost, yes. Although this won't happen until tomorrow night now. But since I'm thinking about it, it's better to have it here and click it. Because it happens at 23:30 only. Oh, no. Oh, 30. Okay, so it will start. I thought it was 11:30, but it's midnight 30. Okay. Oh, dark 30? I think that's what the military folks call it. It didn't start, though. Maybe it was too late for it to start tonight. Okay, and we have reached our waypoint, so let's continue on to Camp Meteor. Doom-mongering drunks. Sir, a dozen or so people got drunk and took to the streets. They were chasing after women, yelling that we should have some fun before the storm kills us all. What should we do to them? We could banish them, which means 12 people will leave the city forever. Or we could send them home to sober up, but their doom-mongering will affect hope and discontent. I think I'm okay with that. I don't want to banish people. I don't want to be that kind of leader. People are just afraid. It's okay to be afraid. All right. There is the storm. The beginning of the storm. Oh no, I haven't been building houses. Dang it. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's not a house. 5, 6, 7. Okay. And that is still the correct number. Yep. Let's fast forward through the night. And then fast forward again after the 5. And the scouts are waiting at Deep Hollow. How soon will you be there? Let's go ahead and start in that direction. I think we're just going to wait there for 2 hours. Camp out. Just to see. Okay, it's work time now. And let's build some more houses. There we go. I think this might be enough food to put us over the quest assignment here. And scouts have reached Camp Meteor. Please, there we go. The camp is built around a large hole in the ice. It might be the impact crater of a meteorite. There's a block and tackle attached to the top of the steel framework built over a hole. Fallen Star. You search the remains of the camp. This must have been some scientific operation dedicated to the research of whatever punched this hole in the ice. Now the place is deserted, and there's nothing of value to be found here. Sites discovered, I thought so. Scattered convoy and large crater. Carry on. So, let's see. Camp Meteor will go to large crater, and Deep Hollow can go to scattered convoy. 15 hours. Yeah, okay, good. That would be to get from there to here, which is 6, and then from here to here would be 11 more, so that's 17. But to go from here to here, it's only 15. So that is marginally so worth it. And the storm is still coming in. Okay, let's get these houses built. Get this research done. And that's done. This sawmill is done. And let's build some more houses. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm just going to keep working my way around the circle until we get all the houses upgraded. Automatic prototyping researched. So now we could come over here and do the overdrive couplings and the generator power upgrade. We could do... We got the advanced coal mine from here. Boosted scout sleds we don't need, really. And generator safety bypass. Oops, not the button I wanted though. This is the one I wanted. So we don't need this one. We don't need this one. And we don't need this one. So let's see. I think it might be worth it to go ahead and do the steam coal thumper. And start stockpiling more coal. And then we can do the 2 heat-related ones in the 3 days and 19 hours we have left. And those are done. So more houses. All right. Steam coal thumper researched inside of a day. Okay, let's go ahead and do these then. We can do this one first, the power upgrade. I think that one's okay to do. Let me double check everything. Yes, yes, yes. Good. Okay. And then once we get to 1800, we'll upgrade this coal thumper. No, this coal thumper to a steam coal thumper. And there we are. So, sources, steam coal thumper, there, and they'll go ahead and build that tonight as well. Well, it's not being used anyway. And finish the last house there. Okay. Back to house building 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, there's only 6. 7. There we go. Scouts have reached the large crater. It's hard to judge the crater's size from a distance. Its vastness only becomes apparent up close. The camp is empty. Lost without a trace. The crater is fresh with broken ice around the rim. We searched the camp for clues to the scientist's fate and found none. Everything's in order, but not a perfect order. It looks like they went out to do something and didn't return. Maybe they tried to descend into the crater and got lost in the maze of broken ice. Or got caught by a blizzard. Or both. Take the technology. That's the last of the ones here, unless that one has anything. What did we get here? Additional scouts that we definitely don't need at this point. I'm going to leave them there until this one's done, just in case, and then they'll bring them both back at the same time. We didn't quite make the food last night, so we're going to have to make it tonight. Which will be just fine. We have 3 days and 8 hours left. There goes the nighttime procession. Do we have anything here? We will momentarily. Stay here with this. Yeah, see, it started at 23:30. I don't understand why it said midnight 30. Boom, boom, boom. And the scouts have reached the scattered convoy. The convoy's vehicles have been damaged by heavy blows. The snow is trodden and stained with what seems like buckets of blood. Hungry polar bears. Inside damaged crawlers, we found several dead bodies. Few of them are torn apart like they were partially eaten by some beasts. Polar bears, we think. We'll never know for sure what happened here, and there's nothing useful for us to salvage from this gruesome place. So let's carry on, and by carrying on, that means let's head back to the city and safety and relative warmth. And not too soon either, because we're going to get back there in about a day, and the storm is coming in cold. You thought I was going to say hot, didn't you? Okay, let's get these done. Why are you not building the houses? It's bizarre when it does that. It just stops building things. And done. Build house. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. So we've got about 1.5 more to go, which is plenty of time. Somebody claims they're hungry even though we have plenty of food.
Work time. Get moving.
Prayers at work. Sir, the people employed at this advanced steelwork refused to work today. They intend to spend the entire shift praying. We've been working like madmen, sir, but there's only so much we can do to prepare. Let's face it, this is the end of the world. Through prayer, we can find the hope of deliverance, whatever happens. Steel's not super essential. I mean, we need some for building houses, but I think we'll go ahead and let them be inactive for the day by letting them pray. Yeah. I mean, it's the whole day, but we have 400 steel, so I'm not critically worried about it. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and then 4 more left, which we actually don't need. So if I didn't want to, I didn't have to upgrade them, but I also can upgrade them. We're gonna get there with the food today. There it is. Food supplies should keep us fed for at least a week. Let's pray the storm subsides before then. Generator power upgrade 3 researched. We need to stop that from happening. And then we need to start the overdrive couplings, which gives us raise temperature of all zones by 2 when the generator is put into overdrive, which is great. And we finally used up this sawmill, so we can go ahead and dismantle that. Hope just went all the way up, which is also very great.
Put down your tools.
Quitting time. We're getting close on the coal. I just saw a peak of a red zone there, so that's pretty good. Scouts have returned. And we got the generator safety bypass, the boosted scout sleds, and the advanced coal mine research. We can go in here and we can disband those scouts. And since we got the advanced coal mine research, assuming we have the supplies to do it, which we do, then we need to do this, this, and this tonight. And of course, yeah, let's go ahead and do those houses too, just so we have them upgraded. And that'll be excellent. And the other scout team has also returned to the city, and they brought back with them the additional scouts research. So if we go in here, we'll see that we got all those. We have the safety bypass, we got the additional scouts, the boosted scout sleds, the advanced coal mine, which obviously we have since we just built it. Which is nice to have 4 additional technologies basically for free. And all teams back in the city, everyone with a away mission from the city is back and safe. If it's possible to be safe from the cold coming our way, that is. So the last thing we have to do is that overdrive couplings, which will be done in the morning pretty quickly. Let's go ahead and boost the time here. We don't have anything to run anytime soon. Alright, those buildings are done. Fight over supplies. Sir, an argument erupted between some workers last night. Some of them wanted a portion of the resources their facility produces so they can prepare for the storm. It came to blows, and though nobody was seriously injured, tensions are running high. Keep me updated. (5 a.m.) And temperature falls. Now we need to kick the generator up to full steam first off. And make sure nothing is too cold. Especially tucked back in corners and things. These child shelters are all chilly. Is that because... Okay, there it goes. The generator wasn't up to full steam yet. Alright, they're all comfortable now. This is heating up, but not a lot. I think we need to have a bit more heat out here. Let's build a steam hub that can service that steel thingy and this wood thingy. Where else is it too cold? I'm not certain about the hunters' huts, but we're not going to need them for much longer anyway. Spoiler alert. So I think we're okay now once those two get built. Preparations finished. The people you saved barely managed to reach the city in time. At least we have a critical supply of food ready. There's not much time left. We should use it to prepare whatever else we can. After the storm hits, there'll be nothing we can do but wait it out. We researched the overdrive coupling, so that finishes all the quests we had left. Heating, I've mentioned before in the series, but I don't normally bother with generator range. I don't care about that because we can't use it anymore anyway. I don't care about the factory either. So one of these two would be next, I think, or possibly the steam wall drill. Alternatively, healthcare insulation and house insulation would be good. I think maybe house insulation will be first. And then we have a thingy here. A mob storms the stockpiles. Sir, a crowd of terrified people has stormed the stockpiles and started plundering our supplies. We managed to fight them off, but they demand wood for heating and to reinforce their homes. We need 1,520 wood to supply everybody. We could give away the wood. We could disperse the crowd, which people may get hurt. Or we can declare that the city comes first, and discontent will rise and hope will fall. I've chosen all of these options at different points in the past. At this point, I'm kind of content to pacify them. We have plenty of wood. I know exactly how much wood we have, but we have plenty. We obviously have enough for this, because it wouldn't let us do this if we didn't. And we have the wall drill that is working, so I think I'm going to do the giveaway, the 1520 wood, which actually was all of our wood. So, yeah, good thing we have the wall drill running. We may need, as mentioned, that rations, or we could just let it pile up as raw food. I think we'll just let it pile up as raw food, actually. I think that's fine. House insulation researched. Healthcare insulation is a probable next cause here. We could boost our wood production. We could boost our coal production. Or we could boost our insulation in the gathering post. And we said no to anything on these, I think. I think we'll boost the coal production first. But I also think this is a good place to stop. We're very short on time leading into the storm here. The storm will last a while, so I think we have about another episode remaining. And so I think what we'll do is end here with the looming of the storm, the last few researches to do, basically everything else done except for, of course, stockpiling of things like coal, which we'll obviously do as much as possible. And then in the next episode, we will do our final preparations for the storm and face it. So thank you all for joining me, and I will see you then. Bye for now.